Civil rights activists are calling for Governor John Bel Edwards' resignation.
All of this after the governor denied claims he helped Louisiana State Police cover up the death of Ronald Green. In May of 2019, Green led officers on a high-speed chase. In police reports, officers said Green died after crashing his vehicle. An autopsy by the FBI, however, disputes those claims. When body cam footage was leaked, the world saw what happened that night. The video shows officers tasing and beating Green. News 10's Britt LaFaso tells us what the governor said about the investigation this week and why activists want the governor out of office.
Since 2019, Governor Edwards has stayed relatively silent about Green's death. Though he now says the officer's actions were criminal, he claims he did not know of the officer's actions until much later. A recent text released by the governor's office, however, shows state police notified him of a violent, lengthy struggle that night. Civil rights activist says that text proves Governor Edwards was aware of the murder of Ronald Green and chose to stay silent.
To say that there was no misconduct or any cover-up by the Louisiana State Police is a blatant lie, and is impeachable. You went before the public on a national news broadcast, Governor Edwards, and lied.
Civil rights groups like the new Black Panther Party and the Village 337 are outraged after Governor Edwards' press conference Tuesday. The governor denied any wrongdoing in the aftermath of Ronald Green's death.
This was the most flustered I'd ever seen our governor. Why was he not that flustered when Ronald Green was murdered? Why has he not been that flustered as we have continued to report on all of these murders that are taking place by the police across the state of Louisiana? That's being investigated by the very department that he is in control of.
These organizations say this text to the governor proves he knew Green did not die in a vehicle crash, as officers stated in the initial police report.
We know that was not the case. He was drugged, beaten while in handcuffs like a runaway slave.
Crystal Muhammad says Green was viciously murdered and Governor Edwards should have taken action immediately and held the officers accountable, especially in this climate of police brutality.
What is taking place is ethnic cleansing and genocide by the hands of the state to black people and people of African descent.
Muhammad says the officers violated Green's human and civil rights and the governor stood idly by.
We believe that Governor Edwards should resign. We would like to see him resign.
Leaders of the new Black Panther Party also say they want Governor Edwards investigated for conspiracy to cover up murder. Britt LaFaso, KLFY News 10.